After retiring from work or having raised a family, the dynamic of life can change. It may mean less social interaction, less routine, and sometimes more time spent alone. At 25 Bolton Street, Friends of the Elderly have a commitment to visiting elderly people who live alone. They also organise outings and holidays for their members, and every Wednesday they run the Wednesday Club, a fun-packed social day that attracts elderly citizens from all over Dublin.
Be sure it's true when you say, I love you. It's a sin to tell. Oh, millions of hearts have been broken just because those words were spoken. I love you too, darling. I love you. If you break my heart.
Friends of the Elderly does its best to alleviate isolation and loneliness among the elderly who live alone. It started 20 years ago, and it was primarily a North Inner City organisation, but more and more we're reaching out to the suburbs, and we do our best to find people who will volunteer to visit the elderly who live alone in their homes, to try and befriend them and to help them to overcome a problem that a lot of elderly people feel nowadays, the continuing sort of isolation of being elderly or maybe immobile. If your neighbourhood changes, or when you've just come out from a prolonged stay in hospital, often elderly people need companionship, and that's what we provide.
What I like about the centre is you can mix and see people. My husband is 16 years dead, my family is all married, so it's company for me to come here.
Generally speaking, I look forward to coming here and all the outings that we have, and you know, and all the work that they do, and they're very supportive of anybody that's on their own, like people that's living on their own, and everybody's accommodated, nobody's left out of the whatever's going on in the club here, and particularly with the members, the girls and the boys that's here looking after us, you know. And you know, that's where I come from, and I'm just happy to be here.
Well, here at Bolton Street we have our Wednesday Club, which is an afternoon of song and social activities for anyone in the North Inner City and beyond. From here, our 3 full-time volunteers man the rota for the volunteer base. We rely on full-time volunteers, often interns from overseas who have just finished their 3rd level education, to come and stay with us for a year and to visit the elderly themselves, but also to look after the 150 volunteers we have around the Greater Dublin area.
I think personally it's an extremely challenging and rewarding experience. I'm always learning new things, and I think I'm meeting new people and being challenged, but I also really feel fulfilled. As much as I am able to give to these people, I receive in abundance, and the elderly people are great for making you feel at home and really being a friend.
I'm 3 years here now. I'm just maybe a newcomer, as you'd say. There's people here 10 years probably. They do a draw every year for about 15 people here, and you put your name in, and I was drawn out last year, and I went to Paris. I had a beautiful time for a week. We're going on an outing tomorrow, actually, to Portlaoise and Rosscray. You meet everybody your own age, and there's no distinction made. Everybody is treated the same.
Next to her, and she'll purr like a king.
Yes, I've made plenty of friends. The whole row in front of me there now, they're all very nice, and everybody is so nice here.
This is my third week, and I missed out on it for all my life. The way I heard about it was, I was on a programme on the telly, and I just saw the sign, Friends of the Aged, on my phone the next morning, because I've been looking for somewhere like this, which is a lot of people has been looking for it. And on the phone, they put me through to a Neve, and she said, will you come down? So I came down that was a Tuesday, came down on a Wednesday, and I've been here ever since. And I think it's fabulous. Lovely people. Salt of the earth, the Dublin people, you know.
Anyone can come along here on a Wednesday afternoon. There's no bar on anyone really. Obviously, it's the Society of Older People. We welcome everybody. We also welcome people to come along and help as volunteers to help with the activities that are here. The centres now is becoming so popular, we'll probably have to nominate another afternoon for the elderly as well. So as we become more well known, we're becoming busier and busier, we're delighted to say.
So be sure that it's you when you say I love you. It's a simply I cannot tell. I thank you for your very good. I thank you all for the attention. Thank you very much.
You can contact Friends of the Elderly on 01 873 1855 or www.friendsoftheelderly.ie. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Northside Focus. We'll be back next month with another episode featuring positive and enlightening stories from Dublin's Northside. Until then, do take care.